Hey, what's popping YouTube? It's WLY Precise and we back with another one. Today, man, we got Judge Judy, man. Man charged 3 times the rent in illegal sublet.
And where do you live in New York?
Brooklyn, New York.
You live in a
Hold
rent
on, let me make sure I'm recording. Oh yeah, we
controlled
smooth.
apartment?
Correct.
How long have you lived there?
20 years, maybe.
And what's your rent?
The rent at that moment was $309. I haven't done my new lease.
Would you please tell me how much? Don't talk fast now because you want me to get over it.
Yeah.
How much was your rent during
$309.
the issue?
309. You rushing again? You rushing again?
309. And you were going down to take care of your mother or some relative who needed your assistance last December, and you sublet your apartment to Mr. Lippman. Who needed your assistance last December, and you sublet.
Boy. Bro, she look out of it, bro. She look miserable, bro.
Let your apartment.
Teeth, bro. Them bitches separated.
Apartment to Mr. Lippman.
Yes, sir.
And you sublet your apartment to Mr. Lippman for how much rent?
$1,000.
And you know that that's illegal to do
Correct.
that. So why did you do it?
My mom was.
No, well, why did you do
I
that?
did it because I needed help going to take care of my mom and someone staying in the apartment to keep up with the rent.
No, I'm asking you. Why did you do something that was illegal? It's illegal, and you know it's illegal to have a rent-controlled apartment and to sublet the rent-controlled apartment where you're paying $300 a month to somebody to pay $1,000 a month, and you knew it was illegal. So I'm asking you, why did you do something that was illegal?
I have no answer.
Answer.
Bro, I would have said, because I'm not in a position to do something legal. No, I'm just playing. See, I'm just talking. But no, for real, nigga, she did say she was desperate, nigga, you feel me? Desperate, man, it's just called desperate times, you feel me? So, make you do something. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, man. Hold on, I'm gonna leave y'all alone.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
Now, then she came back, and she told you, I'm back, goodbye. And you didn't go quietly, and so she filed a restraining.
It's so that's a lot. Bro said, bro, that shit funny.
Order against you.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're suing her for a whole bunch of things. So first of all, you were there for 10 months?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you pay the $1,000 each of the 10 months that you were there?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Oh,
so
damn, he get that
let's
guap
do
back.
10
He knew what he's doing. He knew what he's
times,
doing before
make
he
my
did
life
it.
easy, 700
He had a plan.
equals
He stuck to it.
$7,000. Now, do you have proof that you pay this money every
Yes, Your
month?
Honor.
Let me see it. What kind of work do you do, Mr. Lippman?
I work for, I have numerous jobs. I was working for the city at HRA. I was doing, working for Human Resource Administration, a program called HEAP for light and gas for people that couldn't really pay it.
And how much were you making at that job?
$12.50 an hour.
What else did you do?
I also worked construction as a helper, and I was making only $13 at the time.
Damn, man.
Was anybody else living in the apartment with you?
Damn, man, they not getting paid enough. Cut the Kelly.
Yes, ma'am.
How many people?
One.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
That's your girlfriend?
No, not my girlfriend. That's my roommate. That's my friend.
And how much were you charging her for rent?
Well, I wasn't charging. Terry told me and Whitney at the moment, when we first moved in, that we had to pay $500 a piece for each room because she had a 2-bedroom. So I was paying $500 and she was also paying $500, and we moved in at the same time together.
So you didn't pay $1,000 a month. You paid $500 a month.
Yeah, we had to pay together.
Are you suing her independently?
No, not at the moment, no.
So she paid her own rent of $500 a month.
Yes, ma'am.
You personally only overpaid by $200 a month.
Yes, ma'am.
You owe him $2,000 because you can't benefit from doing an illegal act.
Okay.
Did they take your apartment?
Yeah, get that man his money. Get that man his. She like, I don't want to, bro. Bro, she said okay because she has no choice. But like, niggas, you know what she really wanted to do? She wanted to go beat bro up, but she, feel me? I mean, shit crazy, man.
Away from you?
No, I spoke to my management already. They did not.
That was really nice of them. Who would you get these receipts from?
Her sister, but she lived in the.
Hey, what are y'all eating, bro? Cause I know you eating something right now. Cause you hungry ass boy. Yeah. What you eating, bro? Don't say no popcorn, bro. You probably eating some Takis, huh? Or some Doritos, huh? Yeah. Yeah.
next building from us.
I have a receipt here for $300.
Yes, ma'am. It was like numerous times, like say sometimes we couldn't all like pay it all at once. So whatever we had at the moment, we would give to her sister because Miss Terry was living in North Carolina at the time, and we was going through like a process of Western Union her the money, and then we was telling her like it's costing us too much to send you this amount of money, and you're not deducting it out of the rent. So we started taking it up the block to her sister's house, straight cash, and she would write out a rent receipt.
When did she come back to town, sir?
August of 2017.
Did she give you notice that she was coming back to town?
Yes, ma'am.
It's
How much notice?
2023, bro. It's like been like 7 years, bro. You still, shit crazy, man. I'm probably tripping. It been 6 years, bro.
One time.
Shit crazy.
Well, how much in advance?
Well, that was the same week that she came. It's like, I'm coming back, and when she came back, she was right at the door knocking. Because
Why
she didn't
didn't
have
you
the
give
key.
them more notice?
I did. I was back in June. I kept coming back and forth. We were arguing. It wasn't until September I got in. I had to keep staying at her house, my neighbor's house, so that I could wait for them to let me in my home. You know, I didn't have any way to get inside.
So then why didn't you move to evict them?
I did. I called.
No.
Okay.
You didn't move to evict them because they didn't have a lease. They were a month-to-month tenant with you, even though it was illegal, because you couldn't move to evict them
Yeah,
because
it
they were
was
there
illegal.
illegally. And the housing court wouldn't help you evict them
That's tough.
if you had given them a proper 30-day notice.
That's tough.
Did you ever send them a 30-day notice?
No, we only.
No. You never sent them a 30-day notice. So now the only way that you can get them out, you finally went to the police and you filed a protective order against them. I want to see the allegations in the protective order. You don't do the right thing, it comes back to hurt you.
Can I?
Sure you can.
I didn't do this because to get them out. I offered him a place to stay. I said he could still stay until he found a place. He said okay, but he still wouldn't. He still locked me out. But then it became aggressive, and he started bumping me and telling me where I can go and where I can't go in the apartment. So that was the only reason the police was called, because he became aggressive.
Yeah, man. Next, you on to this part too. We go
How
into
many days were you there before you called the police? How many days were you living in the apartment before you called? Just listen
I
to
don't
me.
understand what he just said.
How many days were you living in the apartment before you called the police?
0. I had no access.
Just a second. You said he was bumping you in the apartment.
When I would call, the cops would let me in for that moment.
For what?
Because I lived there.
No, you don't live there.
Okay.
You had sublet the apartment to him and were collecting rent all of that time. Where did he bump you?
When we were in the apartment, in my apartment.
With the police there?
No, the police left.
Well, then what were you doing in his apartment?
I had to get my personal papers.
Do you know I'm not believing you? I'm not believing you. Where did you go, ultimately?
After we had to leave from the apartment, well, at that time, I didn't really have anywhere to go. I have a car, a vehicle, so I was in and out, you know, staying inside my car. And then when I got a chance to get in contact with my child's mother, she let me stay at her apartment.
What about her?
At the same time, she was going through something, so me being the friend that I am, I took her to her sister's house, and she's been staying there for the longest since we've been out.
Yeah, nigga. She, oh my gosh, she's so money hungry. It is coming back to bite her in the ass. Oh my gosh.
Who blacked this out?
That came to me like that.
Nah, stop the cap. Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
When were you at landlord and tenant court?
9/6
What kind of action?
to get back in the apartment.
I'd like to see that act. Who filed it?
The police told me to go file in order to get back in and start the process of him leaving.
You know that when you lie and it becomes part of your fabric, sometimes the whole world gets blurred to you. This is what you swore to the police. You stated to the police that back in
girl that
July,
cried
well, it
wolf.
wasn't in July, it was in December, she allowed the suspect to stay in her apartment since he was homeless and an acquaintance of the family. All of that is a lie. You sublet him your apartment, knowing it was illegal, for 3 times what you were paying in rent. And it wasn't that you let him stay there because he was homeless. He was your tenant. And then you accuse him of an illegal lockout.
I was under the impression he wasn't supposed to change the locks.
I don't care what your impression was. What you told the police was a lie.
Okay.
And then when you didn't get your way in housing court, because the judge was probably, or hopefully, not so sure, but hopefully, would ask you the same questions that I'm asking you. You went to the police and made this outrageous, full of lies statement.
I never said that he was not staying there. He was
At
staying
the
there.
time and pace of occurrence, you stated to the police that back in July, you allowed the suspect to stay in your apartment. It wasn't July, it was December.
No, he came in August.
He started renting your apartment and giving you $1,000 when? I have the
In
receipts.
August.
February 2017.
Those are his receipts that he has. Those are not all the receipts. He doesn't have August. He came in August.
Of what year?
August 2017. 16. Sorry.
So how long were you renting him the apartment? From August 2016
Yeah,
to September
How
of
you not know?
2017?
No, it was supposed to be in June I was coming back. He knew I was coming back all the time.
So you collected rent from him for more than 10 months?
I didn't collect. Yeah, all right. Yes, I did.
No. The question is, did you collect rent from him for more than 10 months?
Yes, he gave my sister it, if that's what it is. But he didn't always pay.
I think you should sue her.
I am.
Judged for the plaintiff in the amount of $3,000. Good time.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Hey, that's all right, man. It's WOY Precise. Precise Reacts, man. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, man. Hey, y'all like my hair? You feel me? Do I look good? You feel me? Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. You feel me? If I sounded retarded, put it down in the comments. I don't care. Believe me, it don't matter. You feel me? I fuck with y'all. Y'all fuck with me. I fuck with y'all. So I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.